pick some. Can you see those? Oh, there's 2 votes.
Let me try.
Do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? Oh, they're over here. That's easier. You want to take one? Go for it. The first one's for you. IMF. Do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? I did not put that up there.
Remember, I'm from the legal department. I'm supposed to be very conservative about these things. I don't want to go into great details about
Maybe I should take what the IMF is going to do. I think we stunned Ross into silence with that one.
For that to happen, okay, under the current legal framework, some country would have to use a crypto asset as its currency.
Which goes to the next question that was on the list, actually. Will central banks issue digital currency become a reality in the next few years?
Well, again, there's a lot of work being done by a number of central banks in different regions of the world. I think generally speaking, many of these central banks are coming to the conclusion that they don't see the benefits right now of doing it, but they're very seriously considering the use case. And I think as work proceeds, they maybe become the possibility may increase. Particularly the Bank of Canada with its Project Jasper experiment has realized that a central bank digital currency on its own may not offer benefits now, but when combined with other things like the security settlement system, the use cases begin to emerge. So let's keep an open mind.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family. It is a very imperative time we get back to learning finances and understanding how the world really works, so therefore we don't fall for the same tricks. Also, I want to thank those who purchased the book, Cryptoteacher NWO book. Also, those who donated to the Cash App and Patreon. Much love to you. Guys, we're going to go over Bitcoin first. As we can see, we're getting a leg up. As you can see, the cryptos are below $1.99 point whatever. So, guys, don't forget, throw the charts out the window for right now. Because the fact is that right now, it's all about liquidity. So they put it in, they take it out. It's plain and simple. That's all it's about. And guys, I also want to make sure that we focus on stable coins. Get you a chart, get on stable coins. It's an easy way to trade, easy way to make money. It's clearly there. It's clearly easy to see. Now, guys, going over the video that you just saw, it's an old video. I think it was back in 2018. You had Ross Lecco from the IMF, and then you had Brad Garlinghouse. Now, the key is the last statement that he stated is so important because he said, once a country accepts digital currency, then the IMF, I can see the IMF accepting cryptocurrency. So what country is that? Yeah, we know. China. So that's the reason why you constantly see Ripple, also Bitcoin Lightning, all these institutions that are going to create liquidity in either Bitcoin or like Ripple, the ODL, with all the currency, so therefore they can bridge the assets. Whatever currency you have, you can create value between the two and bridge the currencies basically. So if I have the euro crypto and then we have the dollar crypto, you can easily make those transitions instead of waiting days for the transition to happen. So therefore you only waiting hours. And that's the same thing that goes with Bitcoin Lightning. Bitcoin Lightning, of course, is just creating liquidity to Bitcoin. When they could have just built more blocks, bigger blocks, they didn't do that. They decided to create a whole new platform on top of it, and it's basically set up like the central banks. That's the whole point of Bitcoin Lightning. And I do a video about Bitcoin Lightning because it's definitely set up the same way as basically how the central banks do. But guys, that's so important because China is coming up as the rise, and it's like The United States doesn't know. But guys, this was all planned. We go back to the Anthony Sutton videos. China was planned to rise, and these is the central banks rise in China because China is controlled. Remember what Anthony Sutton said, they want total control. They can't stand the Bill of Rights. They want control. China has control over its people. What they're doing, what they're saying, where they're going, whether they can use the internet or not, this color coding, they have all this control over their people. So yes, they're letting people out of the middle class, but they're controlling the masses. United States is a whole nother different ball game, but they want to bring that. They have to do the testing and everything over there, and then bring it to the U.S. And like I said, after World War III, we're definitely going to get into World War III. China, America clash. China wins, and then of course we adopt everything that they have. You can clearly see it. That's the reason why we definitely need to get ourselves back educated. So therefore we can clearly see what's going on. The masses, because basically if it's just a few people, it really doesn't matter. Now, getting over to the market, guys, this money situation, this stimulus situation is actually just about as crazy as the C word. So all this money being sent out, and I did a post on YouTube about a bankrupt company getting $55 million. And the fact is that they never made any masks. So a bankrupt company getting $55 million and they have no employees. Amazing, guys. These big business chains are getting all the money while the small businesses, they're telling them they're running out. So the fact is that we know who was going to get this money in the first place. If you watch this channel, I said it from the beginning, that money is going to go right back to the corporations. It's not going to get into the people's hands that really need it. Now, the fact is that we know that $1,200 is not enough for anybody. These people are out of work. They have to postpone their mortgages, and then they have to pay all of it. They're not moving it to the back of the mortgage. They have to pay all of it back after that forbearance time is over. How are they going to do that when they didn't have a job? $1,200 is basically going to pay for maybe your mortgage or maybe your car payment, food, kids. It just doesn't make any sense. But it doesn't stop until the people make it stop. They're going to do whatever they want to do as long as you're staying silent, guys. As long as you're staying silent, they're going to do what they want to do because they can get away with it. And the fact is that that's just about any thief. A thief is going to keep stealing from you until you knock them upside the head. That's just plain and simple. So the American people right now are getting routed financially, and they sent out $1,200 and you supposed to be happy. That just doesn't make any sense. But hopefully, guys, like I said, hopefully we wake up. Amazon closes a warehouse in France saying that they want to stop U.S. from shopping so much. So never heard anything like that, but that's what it said. So, and then also we have Venezuela. The central banks just took $342 million from Venezuela. Just took it. So as we know, they took $1 billion. It was either last year 2018 or last year 2018. They just took the $1 billion. So guys, the thieves are always going to get away with whatever they want until you do something about it. It's like the big bully. Until you stand up, they're going to keep doing it. And the fact is that the more people we educate, that's why I tell you, spread this channel. The more people we educate, the more people wake up. And I can clearly see, looking at the people that just started watching my channel, they're like, wow, I didn't know that. Or I didn't know this, I didn't know that. So as long as we're educating each other, then the fact is that we can go to the masses and put the proof out there. Now, seeing it is believing it. So a lot of people have to see it or understand it because the media is hitting them so hard that they trust the media. It's plain and simple. That's just how the game works. But I always leave a video at the end to make you think, so I'm going to leave that video. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the book, Cryptoteacher and NWO book. Cryptoteacher is on Amazon, also the NWO book. btcteacher.com. Don't forget to go to my website, learn about cryptos. Also, get the book. Also, guys, don't forget about your cryptos, Binance, Bitrue, Coinbase. You also have your stocks, chip stocks, gaming stocks, the bank stocks, Cobalt. We also have the bio stocks because of the C word. Everybody's sitting at home, so make sure you're investing in those stocks. We had a lot of stocks lose 30 or 40%. Make sure you do deep dive, so therefore you can take advantage of that. Because as you can see, stock market is going right back up. Even though all these people lost their job, it's headed right back up. And I told everybody that would happen. The reason why, because guess what? It's all rigged. Fed is buying up everything. And guys, basically they're selling the narrative. I'm sorry, as far as people losing their jobs, 5 million people filing for unemployment, close to 6 million. You know, when people are depressed, anxiety, they do what? They drink and they smoke weed. So don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day.
Of Asia against America. They've been around a long time. They have an adequate understanding of their importance. What we need is, rather than to say, let us fix the immediate currency problem,
Right.
is to have some general discussion of where the world economy will be going and what we all have to do over a period of time. How do we handle the question of proliferation in a long-term sense? And I'm quite optimistic because the Chinese, in my opinion, have concluded that they need a long period of cooperation with the United States for their own development. We have concluded that we have enough problems in the world without taking on confrontations with China. So the tone of what both sides are saying is extremely positive. So we are starting from a rather strong position. We have a lot of huge problems. We have the nuclear problem in Korea. We have the nuclear problem in Iran. We have, of course, the whole array of problems, each of which, Afghanistan, and so forth. But then we have the financial issues. But they really are issues of the construction of a new world order. That's what this is about. And that's the sort of dialogue the Chinese are generally good at. And so a partnership between us is essential. A conflict between us is going to exhaust us both in tactical exercises that cannot be conclusive.
And the New World Order could satisfy both.
It has to satisfy both, because otherwise it will lead to tensions that will exhaust us both.
Thank you. Great to see you.
Good to be here.
Henry Kissinger, as President Obama is in China talking to Hu Jintao and other Chinese leaders about how to find concrete steps towards building confidence and trust and a long-term view of the relationship and the roles of the two countries. Back in a moment, Melinda Gates talking about global poverty and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Stay with us.